In today's video, we will be taking a look at Happy Death Day, a film released in 2017. It's basically if you took any slasher film and mixed it with Groundhog Day. The movie begins, and we are introduced to Tree in Carter's dorm, and we learn that it's her birthday. And pretty much the scene will play exactly the same as it did in the actual film, and that will all be the same. As Tree would walk into her dorm room, she bumps into a guy that she went on a date with and is now avoiding his calls and texts, and she brushes them off before she continues on her way, which will be roughly the same as she walked through campus, but we will have hints of a possible killer in the background. So pretty much we can get a hint of him stalking her throughout the day. After Tree returns to her dorm room, she will see that she is late for class and she will hurry to get ready, but her roommate will offer her a cupcake, which she will blow out the candle before throwing it in the trash. Tree will make it to class and afterwards would go into her professor's office, and we learn that they are having an affair. And that scene will be pretty much the same as it was. And then we would see Tree at a sorority meeting where one of them gets called out for bringing junk food, and she goes to leave, but Carter shows up and the food gets dumped on Tree. He went there to return a piece of her jewelry, and she ushers him aside because she doesn't want them to know that she slept in his room. Tree is invited to a party, and as she's walking through campus, she bumps into a bunch of guys in mascot costumes. And as she's walking under a bridge, she sees the masked figure, and she threatens to call the cops, and they run away, and she continues on her way before he appears again and attacks her before killing her. But then she wakes up, and it's the exact same day. She goes about her day again, and she experiences all the same stuff. She still gets offered the cupcake, but this time she doesn't throw it away. She just leaves it before she still gets interrupted, and she still gets the food dumped on her, and she experiences the whole day again, but this time she avoids the bridge, and she's actually able to make it to the party, but there would be a small chase scene that I would add before then. But she makes it to the party, and it's revealed to be a surprise birthday party. Tree will then go up to Nick's room, and the scene will be very similar as when Tree's distracted, he will get murdered, and then he attacks Tree, and he murders her once again, and she wakes up completely freaked out. And she will run back to her room, and her roommate will ask what's wrong, and she will tell him. So she said that she should take the day off, which she does by completely locking herself in the room, but the killer gets inside and attacks her, which she tried to escape before is killed once again. And then Tree will explain to Carter about she'd been reliving the same day over and over again, and he doesn't believe her at first, but he does say that she should narrow down her list of suspects. So she makes a list of who could be the possible suspect. And we get a montage of where she tries to find out who it is, and we learn that her ex is gay before she gets killed. And pretty much she tried to find out who the killer is, just like in the actual film. She will soon think that it is her professor. So after learning that every time she dies, she's getting weaker and it's damaging her. But she sneaks into the office, finds a baby mask, but it's not him because he gets murdered, and she gets chased, and she's able to escape. She thinks she finally won, but then she gets pulled over by a cop, and she makes up a lie saying she's drunk and high to get arrested, but then the officer is killed, and because the car hit the police car, it hit the gas line, she blows up, then she wakes up, and she restarts the game again, talking to Carter. But one thing I am going to add is when she wakes up, she's going to collapse, and that's just going to be another sign she gets weaker. But anyways, she explains that she knows everything that's going on, and she proves it by, again, showing him just like in the actual film. And then we would get the scene at the diner. We find out that Tree's mom died 3 years ago, and then she will also learn about a serial killer that's at the hospital, and so she thinks it's him because he kills girls about her age, and he just kills girls. So she breaks in, just like in the actual film. The guard is already dead. She takes a nap and tries to get the killer. Carter is killed, but Tree is able to subdue him, but she realizes that Carter would stay dead, so she decides to kill herself again so that he will stay alive. And this time she's very happy to see him. Tree will be nicer throughout, help people be nicer. Roommate will tell her ex that he should be with whoever he loves. And Tree will ask the professor to meet him outside, and she calls everything off, and she even leaves his class. She brings her own junk food to the table, and that will all be the same. And she'll take the girl chocolate milk before pouring it on the sorority girl's leader head. She will kiss Carter. All this will pretty much be the same as it is in the actual film. She will have lunch with her father, and she will explain that's simply just hard after her mother died. And that scene will be the same. They will make up, they will laugh, and then Tree will get ready to go find the killer. She will take the gun from the officer before she goes to try to kill the killer, but it's still on safety, so a chase ensues. Tree will get thrown around, but she planned for the blackout, and she smiles before vanishing. And she appears behind Toombs and will shoot him and kill him. Before they will celebrate, and she will eat the cupcake, and it cuts to black. And the movie would end. Just kidding, Tree wakes up again, and she is confused, and she starts screaming and rushes back to her dorm room. She gets ready to pack her bags, and her roommate is confused and offers her the cupcake. She says she ate it last night. That's when she realizes that it was her roommate who was trying to kill her the whole time. Every other time she did not eat it until last night. And she puts it together that it was all set up to make it look like the killer in town was actually the murderer. They fight just like in the original film. Tree is thrown against the door. Tree defends herself, and the fight happens almost exactly, including them getting interrupted for a second, which leaves Tree able to shove the cupcake in her mouth before kicking her out the window, leaving Lori dead. And at the diner, they watch a report of the kill, and then he said that it reminds him of Groundhog Day. She says she doesn't know what that is, and it seemed like the day reset again. But it was all revealed to be a trick by Carter. And they kiss, and the movie will end. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.